The idea of using an early draft pick on an offensive tackle has been a polarizing topic in Chiefs Kingdom over the last several weeks, but either way, it's worth knowing who some of the top tackles are in this year's class, especially when you're following the best player available directive. So let's talk through some of these guys, starting with Francis Mauigoa from Miami. Mauigoa checks in at 6'5", 329 pounds with 33-inch arms, and he brings a ton of experience at right tackle specifically, logging 42 starts at that spot over the last 3 seasons. He seemed to get better each year too, allowing just 15 total pressures and only 2 sacks on 557 pass blocking snaps in 2025. Now, some teams might view Mauigoa as a guard, others as a tackle, but wherever he ends up, he has the tools to grow into a really solid player at the next level. In a similar vein, Spencer Fano from Utah is another name to know. Fano is 6'5", 311 pounds with 32-inch arms, and while his measurables could also mean a bounce inside to guard like Mauigoa, he's an explosive athlete who possesses the quickness to succeed outside, and he showed that over the course of his career at Utah, allowing just 5 hurries with no hits or sacks allowed on 382 pass blocking snaps last season. That athleticism was on full display at the Combine too, as he posted the best 3-cone time of any offensive lineman at the event. And speaking of great athletes, how about Caden Proctor from Alabama, who weighs in at 352 pounds, running a 5.21 40 at the Combine, marking the second fastest 40 by any player 350 pounds or heavier since at least 2003. Not to mention, he also recorded a 32.5-inch vertical jump, the highest mark for any player his size since, again, 2003, by a full 2 inches. Those results are indicators of an explosive athlete, and it shows on tape. Proctor logged a bunch of experience at left tackle over the last 3 years, steadily improving each season, and his final season in school was a good one, as he allowed just 2 sacks on 611 pass blocking snaps. Sticking in the SEC, Monroe Freeling has been a major riser throughout the draft process after allowing a grand total of just 8 pressures on 469 pass blocking snaps as Georgia's left tackle in 2025, but it was his performance at the Combine that really moved his name up the charts. He ranked in the top 5 among all offensive linemen in the 40, the vertical jump, and the broad jump, posting a relative athletic score of 9.99 out of 10, the second best score for any offensive tackle since 1987. That's pretty good. He also has a longer reach than the first 2 guys we talked about at nearly 35 inches, which would fit more of the mold of what the Chiefs have gone after at that position in the past. Another guy to know is Caleb Lomu, Spencer Fano's teammate at Utah. Fano was at right tackle for the last 2 years, while Lomu was at left. And Lomu is tough, he's agile, and he possesses impressive quickness and recovery speed to limit opposing pass rushers, something he showed in droves last season, allowing just 8 total pressures and 0 sacks on 383 pass blocking snaps. He probably needs to get a little bit stronger, but the size and foundation is all there for him to be a really good player. Blake Miller from Clemson is also a player to keep an eye on. He started 54 games at right tackle for the Tigers, including 13 games last season in which he allowed just 2 sacks on 529 pass blocking snaps. Miller has great size for the position. He's 6'7", 317 pounds with 34-inch arms, and he's strong, logging 32 reps in the bench press at the Combine, the 3rd most of any player there. I think my favorite note on Miller, though, is that he's a former high school wrestler, something we've previously seen translate with great success in the case of Creed Humphrey. I'll wrap up with one more, Maxi Hanashore from Arizona State, who started 31 games at right tackle over the last 3 seasons. Hanashore blends great size at 6'6", 321 pounds, and 34-inch arms with tremendous athletic ability, providing wherever he ends up with a strong foundation to build from. He's a bit of a late bloomer. He didn't start playing football until high school, but his traits are intriguing, especially if he's there at number 40 overall. So again, I feel good about the Chiefs' starting offensive line when it's healthy, which obviously wasn't the case for much of last season, but as last year demonstrated, you can never have enough depth up front, and if the Chiefs have an opportunity to grab one of these guys, particularly if one of them fell to that early 2nd round pick, it could pay off in the long run.